In the beginning, our world was born from fire. The earth was young, wild, and unshaped, a glowing sphere of molten stone drifting through the dark. Volcanoes roared across endless plains, spilling rivers of lava into newborn oceans. Lightning flashed above the smoke, thunder rolled across the land, and the planet forged itself through chaos. Then came the rain, endless, heavy, and full of life. It poured for centuries, cooling the burning earth and filling the deep valleys with water. Steam rose from the ground as rivers formed and oceans began to calm. From the silence that followed, the earth took its first breath. Tiny green moss spread across black rock. Small plants began to rise, fragile but determined. Beneath the waves, invisible sparks moved through the water, tiny living cells searching for survival. They joined, they multiplied, they adapted. Life had found its rhythm in the oceans. Millions of years passed. The seas filled with strange, graceful creatures, scales, fins, movement. Some began to crawl onto the shore, gasping for air, taking their first steps into a new world. Forests grew under golden skies, covering the planet in green. Then came the giants. Enormous beasts roamed through jungles and plains, dinosaurs, rulers of their time. They drank from rivers, hunted, fought, and thrived. But even the mighty could not escape change. One night, a light blazed across the sky, a meteor, a storm of fire. The world shook, and the age of giants ended. Darkness returned, ash fell from the heavens, and silence covered the land. But from that silence came something small, tiny mammals emerging from hidden burrows, blinking in the sunlight. They were quick, curious, clever. They climbed trees, hunted insects, and learned from every danger. And from them, slowly, something extraordinary began. Early humans, fragile, bare, yet full of will, walked across dry savannas searching for food, water, and meaning. They watched the beasts of the land and learned. They studied how predators moved, how prey survived. Observation became intelligence. One day, a spark flew from stone, and the world changed forever. Fire was born again, this time in human hands. It brought warmth, light, and courage. Around the flames, they gathered as families. They cooked, they shared, they laughed. Fire was more than survival, it was connection. They began to paint on cave walls stories of the hunt, of the sky, of themselves. Their hands pressed symbols of memory, proof that they existed. And as they watched the stars, they wondered who they were. Every sunrise became a test of strength. Hunters faced danger, gatherers fed their tribes. Elders taught the young how to build, how to fight, how to endure. Storms came and went. Fear turned into faith. They learned to believe in the unseen, to hope when all seemed lost. After every storm came a rainbow. Hope always returned. A mother's embrace became the language of love. A tribe's laughter became the sound of unity. Humanity was learning not only how to live, but why to live. And then they learned to grow life themselves. A man dropped seeds into soil beside a river. Weeks later, green shoots broke through the ground. Farming began patience feeding progress. Animals were tamed, rivers were used, and homes were built from stone and wood. Wandering turned into belonging. Villages formed, fires burned in every home, and the sound of community filled the valley. Humanity had found its rhythm again, this time together. With time, sparks turned to tools. Fire shaped metal. Stones became blades. Hands built, traded, created. People met, exchanged, and learned. Villages turned into towns, and progress became unstoppable. Leaders rose, watching the sunrise with dreams beyond survival. They imagined a future, not just a present. They built walls, roads, and monuments. Humanity had begun to write its legacy in the earth. As they grew, they began to believe not just in what they saw, but in what they felt. The stars became gods, the wind became spirit, the fire became sacred. They gathered together to sing, to dance, to worship. Faith built unity. Unity built peace. Under the night sky, they celebrated not because life was easy,